Gentlemen, welcome to the press conference. It's very unusual to have race 5 races in and have such a topsy-turvy day. And Shane, you picked up your very first overall outdoor national win. I know on the podium you were feeling good, but can you share with us, now that it's sunk in a little bit, what it's like to pick up that first outdoor win?
It feels a little better than my first podium here a couple years ago. The day was really good. We've finally got my bike dialed in after the first couple of rounds. It was pretty rough, but we're making progress each week, and that's what we're happy about. We've just been kept working and kept pushing, and it's crazy for everything to come together for the first time this season here in front of everybody. So I feel really good. I felt good today on the track, and just need a little better starts. But yeah, man, it's still kind of speechless.
Chase Sexton, I know that after the race, did you know that you had finished 3rd overall?
No, I didn't. I actually had really bad starts today. I started outside of top 10 both motos, so I was pretty bummed on that. But I was excited with my first lap, and I made a lot of passes. And I think I was in 3rd for most of the moto, and I actually saw Dylan and Alex in front of me, and I started to catch him a little bit, but I had no idea Shane was behind me. He came out of nowhere and blew by me, and then from there on, that was pretty much it. So yeah, these guys rode good, and the track was pretty good. It was a little tough to pass, but yeah, it was fun, and I had to get my first podium. It wasn't the moto scores that I like to have, but I mean, third's third, so it's been good.
Dylan Ferrandis, last week you came back to outdoor motocross. You got a 3rd in the second moto. Did you think that a win was going to come this soon in your return to outdoors?
Yeah, definitely. I ride to win, so that's what I was looking for. Last year for my comeback for sure was a little bit shy, and you know, easy to ride with the guy that they make already 3-4 races, so they are more in. And yeah, I was just I didn't make start for 4 months, and yeah, I was just a little bit shy. That's why my first moto was really bad last weekend. Second moto definitely 3rd was a good one, and yeah, this weekend I expect a lot. I was really looking forward to fight for the podium all day, and first moto was terrible. I had a bad start, and I crashed second lap. So I was way back, and I had to push really hard to come back on front. So I didn't know what I mean, I never think about doing a podium today with 11 in first moto, but yeah, second moto got a good start. It's what I was looking for why this season, because also in Supercross I didn't take a good start every race I did. So yeah, it took a good start, and a big fight with Alex Martin on moto. I put a lot of pressure on him, so he don't give up, and me too, but he make a small mistake. So yeah, it's allowed me to win the moto, so I'm really happy.
I'd like to now open it up to questions from the media. Guy B, first question.
Dylan, talk about when you were chasing Alex there and what happened in front of you.
I already chased him in first moto. We did a lot of laps together first moto, and I passed him maybe at the last lap. And yeah, second moto, same 1 and 2, and yeah, I think I was a little bit faster, but I never find a way to pass him. And I tried many places, and sometimes we was really close. But yeah, just after the finish line, this part is like so weird when you're riding. When you brake when the bike is off of compression, and you will really feel the bump, and I think that's what happened to him. Maybe, yeah, small mistake, and the bike sideways and big crash. So, but me, the corner before, I almost crashed too. So yeah, the track was really rough today, and yeah, small mistake that's happened. That's happened to me in first moto. So yeah.
Shane, it's been quite a turnaround in the last couple of weeks in the style of tracks from what we saw early in the season. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's big for me just being on the East Coast. I really struggled with bike setup the first couple rounds, and it was kind of a bummer because where I was finishing, it's hard to accept those finishes and to go back into work during the week. I mean, that's really we just like I said, we just kept pushing. It's kind of embarrassing, but we've been learning a lot the last few weeks, and I think that this week was probably my best week of training, just because we're just dialing the bike in more and more. And so now we're getting to the East Coast where it's a lot more hot and humid. So I feel really good. I felt good today, and last weekend at High Point I felt good, just making progress with the bike. So yeah, I'm ready to race the Sand next weekend and then Red Bud, and yeah, I'm just happy with the direction everything's going.
Chase, that was quite a turnaround from last week.
Yeah, last week was a little bit of a bummer. First moto was pretty bad, but second moto got a great start last week, and it was a bummer to have my bike break, but stuff like it happens. So yeah, turning around this weekend, bad starts again, but I made it work this weekend. So yeah, it was good to have run up front and get a podium.
Hey, Dark Side from the Moto X Pod Show. Hey, Chase. So this is your first full season outdoors. You've been improving week. Last week was obviously not as great. What are you learning in each week and taking into next week just to keep getting better and better?
Yeah, for sure. My starts have definitely, they were improving, but this weekend obviously wasn't very good. But just the first couple laps, these guys are really fast. And in the amateurs, you could always start in the back and kind of come through. But everyone, especially out here today, it was pretty close in time. So yeah, just learn speed early, and yeah, just fixing my first couple laps has been my problem so far.
Yes, Shane, congratulations on picking up your first win, what we like to call your home track, and you broke the Yamaha, have won 4 races in a row here, and you also gave KTM their first win since 2015 when Marvin Muskin did it. How does it feel to set some records and break some records all at your home track?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, people all day, does it feel like you've got a home track advantage? I mean, it does, but at the same time, like we've been making a lot of progress with the bike, and to come here and to do this here, I mean, it's what I want every weekend, but this weekend was just surreal. I mean, having all my family here, this is probably the only one a lot of them get to come to. So to have everybody here and just to be at home, it's just really nice. It's relaxing mentally, and it was just a crazy day. And just like 2 years ago when I got my first podium, it was kind of like my breakthrough outdoor ride. And I've had some good times here and there, but we've just lacked in consistency. So we're really getting the bike dialed in and getting my confidence back again. So I'm ready for next weekend.
Hey, Shane, if I heard right on the podium, you said that you didn't realize you were even in contention for the overall. You maybe saw it on your pit board or something along those lines. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't have a very good start. I spun on the backside of the gate and got pinched off like halfway up the straightaway. And I was probably in about 10th, I'd say, first couple laps. And then I fell on like the third lap and got passed by a couple people. And at that point after I fell, I really didn't know where I was. So just tried to keep pushing and to make quick passes. I didn't really want to settle in. And I felt good all day. And my mechanic just kept putting, keep going. Like, times are good. Just keep pushing. And I think I got up behind Chase and AP. And Matt said that I needed to get number 40 for the overall. But I couldn't really see him at that point. And so I just kept pushing. And then finally, like, it kind of started coming to me. And I just tried to keep pushing. And then I got Alex on the last lap. So it just, everything felt like it just went my way.
Yeah, crazy day today. Hey, Dylan, you had a pretty nasty crash, coming out of Supercross. And how do you stay confident? It's got to be to be hurt that bad is scary. I mean, how do you come back, and where do you find your confidence just to go back out and forget about that?
Yeah, definitely scary. That's why I say last weekend when I came back was a little bit struggling for me because I get scared a little bit. But I mean, I move forward. We all know Supercross is dangerous, so I can stay focused on that. Now it's past. My arm is 100% recover. My jaw too, and it's okay. I can do what I want and ride and train and be better day after day. So that's the most important. I try to don't look back at this nasty crash and yeah, don't think about it.
Shane, you talked a little bit about this being your home track and having that knowledge of your track. Did that help you when you were needing to make all those quick passes, like in sequence, like?
Yeah, I really, it started yesterday and carried over in today. I mean, I do have a lot of laps on this track, and I just kind of know when the track gets rough, I know other lines. And sometimes they're not as fast, but you can just keep the intensity up and be smooth. And I felt like I did that really well today. And first moto, I rushed some things quite a bit, and I felt like that's where I really got stuck behind Justin Cooper. But yeah, second moto, I really just opened the track up a little more and worked on my roll speed, and I think that really helped out with being able to push at the end.
Any other questions from the media? Well, final question for you, gentlemen. We're heading up to Southwick next week. How do you feel you're going to do in the sand, each one of you? Chase?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Last year, that was one of my best races early on, and I'm excited to go back there. And I'm training in Florida now with Ken, and it feels good. We have a sand track ready to go, and going to put some work in this week and get ready for Southwick.
I'm excited. I mean, the last couple of years it hasn't really been that hot there, but the track definitely gets rough, and I think it should be good. We, like Chase said, there's quite a few of us that ride in Florida and ride on a lot of sand, so I think it should fit a lot of us just fine.
Dylan?
Yeah, last year for me, Southwick was one of my best races with the 1 and 2. So I'm really looking for this race, and I hope to grab my first 1-1 overall next weekend. That's the goal.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations on landing on the podium. Congratulations on being in here. So look forward to talking to you guys soon. Folks, this is a 250 class. We'll bring the 450 riders up next.